Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Edmund in Denmark. Today I'm excited to share my thoughts on the Sony ZV-E10 after using it for the past 3 months. As an amateur hybrid shooter, I was looking for a camera that could capture high quality content without breaking the bank. And after doing extensive research, I decided to go with the Sony ZV-E10 for its amazing features and bang for buck. And today I want to share my top 4 reasons for choosing the camera. Firstly, it has an APS-C sensor, which is a big step up from my action cameras. So those of you who have watched my videos before, I have a GoPro Hero 8 Black and an Insta360 One RS action cameras. I mean, these cameras, they are great for the purpose, right? So in the past, I was doing some motorcycle vlogging and I can't buy a full frame or a full DSLR camera and mount it on the motorcycle. They will break. With the Sony ZV-E10 and the APS-C sensor, it is a major upgrade not only against my action cameras, but also against a typical smartphone camera. You might be wondering, what's the big deal with an APS-C sensor? So it's simply the size. The size of the sensor allows a lot more light in, and it's a lot more suitable for indoor shooting environments like this. It is important for me because I know that I was moving out of Japan, moving into Denmark. I know that I will be making less outdoor videos, and especially in the first couple of months, maybe even the first year, right? So I'll be spending a lot of time making videos indoors, and that's also partly one of the reasons why I wanted to go for the Sony ZV-E10. Secondly, the camera features headphone and microphone ports. You might be surprised why this is so high up in my list, but it's really about the audio quality. I mean, having the headphone port just allows me to capture high quality audio, and especially given that I have already invested in a set of Rode wireless go-to microphones, I would need a camera that could pair up nicely with that. And the upside of the Sony ZV-E10 is that it also comes with the headphone port, which means that you can monitor the audio while you are shooting the video, right? So it's not going to work right now because I'm of course just shooting the video by myself, but this opens up a lot of options. So now I can go out and make a wider variety of videos. So an example could be an interview with someone else, and then the ability to then monitor the audio recording. So rather than finding out in post that the audio was peaking, or there are some problems with the audio, we could make sure that on the set itself we are able to re-record and make sure that we get the shot that we need, or the audio that we need. Thirdly is around the simplicity of the design and the layout of the camera, which makes it a lot less scary. Scary is the right word? Scary to pick it up. A typical DSLR or mirrorless camera usually comes with plenty of dials and buttons. And while these physical buttons are extremely useful, when you're an experienced shooter, you need to change the settings really quickly. I mean, that's great, right? It helps you out tremendously. But it also means that for an amateur shooter like me, for someone who's a lot less experienced, the learning curve is extremely steep. So if you go out to the shop and just stare at the camera and you see this 20 buttons that's on the camera, it's super daunting. And most amateurs like me probably are a lot more familiar with shooting videos or photos on smartphones or on action cameras, and you don't have a lot of buttons on those devices. So the Sony ZV-E10 just makes it more approachable, just makes it a lot more approachable for a beginner like me to learn. At the same time, within the settings, which is of course not as user-friendly, but then within its settings itself, it allows the user to grow and learn more about the camera as the user progresses. But at least the user gets started with the camera. So the last reason why I picked up the Sony ZV-E10 was I was very intrigued by the interchangeable lens option. So depending on the lens which you decide to pair the camera with, you can then transform the camera to suit your needs for a very specific use case, right? So for example, if you like to go out to the outdoors to shoot some nature, to shoot some animals, you might need a telephoto lens. So something that gives you 5 times, 10 times zoom while preserving that quality of the photo, which is not easily achievable by an action camera, by most smartphone cameras. So having that option is great. You can then change out that lens and pair it up with a lens that has a much wider view that allows you to then shoot vlogs, or maybe you want to go out and shoot some street photography, take some photos of people, buildings, of the city that you are living in. You then change it out to something that has maybe a 50 mm equivalent field of view that allows you to then have that natural view, from a human perspective. And this, interchangeable lens concept is of course nothing new. It has been around for a very long time, and we have seen this in the smartphone industry, right? So these days it is extremely common for smartphones to come with 2, 3, 4 cameras at the back to provide options to the users for depending on what they are trying to shoot. But of course, those lenses that you get from the back of your smartphone cameras, in terms of optionality, in terms of the quality, might not be as good as what you can then get with an interchangeable lens camera. Right, so I've spoken about 4 key features why I really like the Sony ZV-E10, and now you might be thinking, hey, those features, they are not unique to the ZV-E10, so why did I decide to choose Sony over other brands such as Canon, Nikon, etc. So I will not go into the details in this video. Maybe it is a topic that I will cover subsequently, but I did consider various options but found that the Sony ZV-E10 best suited my needs for, as a content creator. In conclusion, the Sony ZV-E10 has been a fantastic addition to my camera gear. Its APS-C sensor, audio capabilities, user-friendly design, and interchangeable lens options have truly elevated the quality of my content. In fact, these days I'm always looking forward to going out with the camera to take some photos or videos. I mean, the quality of the image, of the clips is just awesome. It just motivates you and get you into this positive feedback cycle that you want to go out and shoot more photos. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly camera that delivers exceptional performance, I highly recommend checking out the Sony ZV-E10. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thanks for watching.